Truth is, it's been a few days I've been feeling like shit. So, I needed to leave town in the quest of finding peace of mind. So getting out of the city was actually easier than I expected, but now I'm in the middle of fuck knows where, and I'm gonna make my way forward. I don't know exactly where I'm going to and how I'm gonna do it, but that's the whole idea. Just keep going forward and hopefully get lucky meeting nice people that can help me around and reach a destination. Which one is it? I don't know yet, but it's gonna happen one way or another. I have the whole day in front of me and I'm just gonna gradually make my way to somewhere beautiful. So let's go. I unexpectedly got picked up by a bus, which took me about 40 kilometers away from La Habana. As I tried to continue moving forward, I would soon realize that hitchhiking wasn't easy these days in Cuba. The current shortage in petrol makes it a serious battle for people to get around. So, after 3 hours of watching cars go by, I needed to call it a day and rapidly find an habitación before the start of the night. On the next day, I made sure to start nice and early and made my way back to the highway. But, this time, in less than 2 minutes, a bus arrived. I was moving forward, not entirely sure of where I was going, but I was going. A solid 100 kilometers later, I had to get out of the bus. I tried more hitchhiking, but that turned out to be paying a colectivo. And half an hour later, I had arrived exactly where I needed to be. Viñales. Now, in this beautiful Cuban countryside, I need to understand where this feeling of discomfort comes from. In reality, I dream of being successful. And I know that to achieve this, the key is to maintain a high level of productivity. But that got me caught in an extremely overwhelming routine in no time. As for the past few weeks, I have been gradually losing all sense of purpose. As it got more and more complicated to keep up with today's requirements to achieve growth, I've actually been conforming to certain standards that aren't necessarily mine, and been slowly drifting away from my initial inspirations. In the quest of success, I've rapidly forgotten who I was. I'm 28 years old and have invested every penny I own on this dream. But as of today, I'm failing. I'm left with a feeling of discouragement and a growing frustration that are starting to severely impact the quality of the fantastic adventure that I'm supposed to be grateful for. Every morning, I wake up with a feeling of uncertainty, which feels absolutely not enjoyable, but surprisingly, I've actually started to appreciate it. So, this is what people mean by getting out of your comfort zone, and I'm slowly understanding why it's so key for growing. When everything is on the line and you feel you're against the wall, it's at that very moment that you find great purpose. You start to focus on what's essential and understand that everything else is just noise that cannot be considered a priority for now. These reflective few days have helped me realize how beautiful it is to remain loyal to oneself. Therefore, I am solemnly deciding that it is necessary that if I were to fail, I would fail in style, and thus the necessity for me to trust my initial instincts. It's for this reason that from this day onward, I will dedicate my life to being loyal to who I've dreamed to be since day one. which is being a cowboy. I'm therefore giving up on this modern bullshit of trying to be someone else, because the reality is that I really enjoy waking up every morning to the sound of a rooster. I am not ashamed to admit that the smell of cow shit brings me a feeling of warmth and tranquility. I appreciate my coffee for its beautiful taste, and not because it makes me type quicker on a keyboard. In fact, I aspire to be like this bee, enjoying my food, sleep good, and repeat. I am now renouncing to the idea of trying and gonna let myself be.